My good friend Corey Dillon is here. So good to see you.
It's so good to see you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's a this day only. You know, like any store, like any place that you shop, there are times and moments where there are opportunity buys, closeout deals, specials, price breaks. The good folks at Yale, who have been around since the 1800s, have done something for us that is not available anywhere else in the country. Our producer, Allison, is going to show you how many folks we can accommodate. I believe it's under 1,000. It's 680, she's telling me. We have the lowest price in America. Everywhere else, it's around $150. We are doing it for $50 off at $99.95. I would estimate they'll all be gone within 5 to 10 minutes. Yale is a lock that I have at home, and I'm not the only one. I mean, they are the brand leaders.
They are, for a good reason. They've been around since the 1850s. And you know, I'm so passionate about this because every 15 seconds in this country, every 15 seconds, a home is burglarized. Right. It's happened to family members of mine while they were home, which is a whole nother level of terrifying. It's happened to good friends of mine. Somebody kicked in their front door. And I think it happened because, honestly, they had sort of a subpar, one of those standard issue deadbolts that you can find at any hardware store. That's the difference that this makes, because what a criminal is looking for is an easy target.
Absolutely.
And the Yale Real Living Deadbolt sends a message to criminals that you are not an easy target, because this thing is the latest in innovation. Again, they've been around for, I'm bad at math, how many hundreds of years?
A long time. Yeah,
I mean, a long time. They have the latest technology, the latest in innovation. It is the most secure, the safest. They have these locks in the White House.
Right, they do.
I haven't been there, but I'm told that they're in the White House.
The Yale locks are in the White House. They are. 24 already spoken for, so there's now about 640 remaining. No more keys. You'll never have to worry about losing your keys again.
Well, you know, and I like to call it the Yale ABCs of security and safety, because it has an auto lock feature. Watch this. As soon as it's unlocked, whether you do it from the touchpad keypad out here or whether you do it inside, I can show you this.
Yeah.
In 30 seconds, you can program it to lock back up. I mean, we're human, right?
You forget.
We're human. We forget to lock the door. Kids coming and going. I'm one of 6 kids. I almost forgot how many of us. See, look at that. In 30 seconds, and I've timed it, it works. A stands for the auto lock feature. B, it's bump proof and pick proof. Do you even know what bumping is? I didn't even know.
What is bumping?
Criminals can have special keys made that will trip the lock on many of these standard issue deadbolts that you can buy out there. And of course, picking it, we all know, like a hairpin or a safety pin or something like that. But, and C's, codes. Codes are so much better, so much safer than having a bunch of keys floating around.
Are you kidding me?
I know that people that rent out their homes or maybe a room, this is such a safer option, really. If
you're doing HomeAway or Airbnb or any type of service like that, $640 now available at the lowest price in America. 4 FlexPay, free shipping and handling. We'll send it direct to your door. Replacing the lock on your door to make it safer, stronger, more secure, and key-free. I know what a lot of people are going to say, though, Corey. A lot of folks are going to say, this sounds good, and the price is obviously a graphic price. But I'm not going to be able to install it.
No, you are. You are going to be able to install it because it took me, and I think the average time is about 20 minutes. And that's, they're being generous. And first of all, when you get it, it's going to come with this card in it. And I've called the line myself several times. So helpful. It's the most amazing customer service you can imagine. But really, there are only, let me just show you here. There are really only about 4 essential parts. The deadbolt, which you put in first. And by the way, there is a roll bar in the center of the deadbolt, if you can see that right there. So, you know, if they can't bump it, they can't pick it, they can't figure out your code.
They're not getting in.
They're not getting in. They can't saw through the deadbolt, through the door jamb. They can't do that because once it hits that roll bar, it's going to roll right off. And, you know, time is of the essence when you're trying to burglarize somebody's house. They're not going to stick around. They're looking for an easy target, and this has blocked them in just so many different ways, really.
If you can Google real, I know it's kind of rushing it, but if you can Google just the Yale Illuminated Key Programmable Deadbolt lock, if you can remember all that, you'll see the pricing, and I think that's what's attracting a lot of people. It's $150. Yale don't always discount. They have done this for us, for HSN customers, for this one day only, and it expires in 27 minutes. With everybody placing orders, there's about 500 now to go around. There's obviously a lot to say here, but this is driven by the best value that's out there. This is very similar to the Yale lock I have at home. What I love about it is I'm always running and rushing and running after Oliver, my son, and if I forget to lock the house up, this will do it for me automatically. I always lose my keys. I am the person that is always searching the house, where are my car keys? I no longer am searching for where my house keys are, because now to get into the house, I input my code. So remember that, you'll never have that issue. That's a big selling point to me, because that drives me nuts.
Right, it's an illuminated code. You can program up to 25 different codes. They're programmable, they're revocable. So again, if you have people coming and going at your house that you don't want them to have a code at that particular moment. But again, just to install it, you know, you'll take off whatever deadbolt that you have on your house. And I have to say, when I took off mine, I was a little horrified because if somebody wanted to break into my house, they could have very easily. But now they take a look at this and they, you know, they run the other direction. But there's really essentially just 4 parts. You will put in the deadbolt first, and there's just a bored hole that's already going to be in your door, so you don't even have to worry about that. Put in the deadbolt, you put on the exterior part, you put on the steel plate, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to connect this. You can see that, like plug that in right there, and then you 7 screws later, you're done. I managed to do this with this screwdriver. And this came in a craft toolkit. I mean, this is not a big deal. You know, I mean, it's really, really incredible. It comes with 4 AA batteries, so you can get up and started within an hour. It's so easy, and really, honestly, I feel so much better. I sleep better. It's the most secure deadbolt I believe you can buy.
Feeling secure is the best feeling in the world. I mean, it really is. It's something that you cannot argue with. And Yale have developed this new generation of locks that are better than ever. They are more secure than ever, and they're more convenient than ever. If you're away, if it's a second home, if you want to make sure that maybe a cleaning service is coming to the house while you're not there and you don't want to give them the keys, you can give them a code that can expire. I mean, there's so many wonderful benefits of having this keyless entry, which is what Yale have pioneered with this. Now, at $150, it's worth every penny. At $99.95, it will change everything. And it looks good. I mean, it looks so really nice.
It does.
We're seeing the quantity left start to count on down. My best estimation is about 4, maybe 400, perhaps 350 is more accurate with everybody placing orders. It's not on tomorrow and it's not on the day after. This is the only airing. I have certainly been an advocate for Yale, and I've been trying to bring Yale back in as much as possible, because I think when we own something, we get very passionate about it. It's not a brand or a product that we do often on HSN. When we do it, we go big time. And at $99.95, for the hours of convenience and for the unlimited safety that it brings, it's worth every penny.
Oh, absolutely. I want to show you this other feature. This is called the privacy button, okay? So if you want none of the codes for which you have programmed your Yale Dead Living Bolt to work, all you have to do is press this button and you hold it down for 4 beeps. There you go. Nobody can get in with any code. The only way that it's going to unlock is if you manually unlock it like that. Just like that. It's a spectacular device that I really want everyone in my family to get tonight.
Right, no, seriously.
Right.
Because you'll tell all the people about it when you've installed it. It only takes 1. So you were saying about the 5 codes entered if they're wrong.
Right. If somebody tries, if they think they're a genius and they can crack your codes, after 5 failed attempts, it will lock out anybody for approximately 5 minutes. And again, they're not going to stick around. Look, see, after 30 seconds, the auto lock feature. That is my favorite feature.
You leave the house.
Just as amazing.
You go out for the day and you think, wait, did I lock the house?
You don't have to worry about it.
Did I forget to lock? I mean, that's gone now. It's automatic. What I like about this as well, it's easy. Some of these smart locks are complicated. They are really difficult to get to grips with. This is easy peasy. All right, final 4 flex pays available. They're telling me a couple hundred now with everybody placing orders. You've overcome the biggest hurdle, which is always the installation.
It's not, I'm telling you, it is so easy. 4 parts, takes you maybe 20 minutes, 1 screwdriver, everything else comes included, and the customer service line, if you had to call it,
call them.
They are amazing. I've been so impressed. everything that they can talk me through over the phone.
Well, Yale,
really, it's so easy.
Yale know, and they realize that if they've created a product that's going to be hard to install, what are we all going to do? We're going to send it right on back. Oh, you're locked out now.
I just...
Intruder alert!
I forgot my own code. I programmed a couple of them, right.
But they know it, so they've said, okay, we need to create a product that is so doggone simple, and that's exactly what this is. It looks wonderful. It is fantastic. Convenience, if you're letting people into the house, if people are coming to stay, if you've got a rental property, if it's an Airbnb or a home away. I mean, there's so many reasons why people are wanting keyless entry.
Right.
Now, the key that we've got in there, why is there a key in there?
Well, you know, I mean, some people maybe aren't comfortable with the keypad. Maybe until you get comfortable, you can use the key. And honestly, the gears are just so smooth. It's such an easy key to turn. You know, I mean, it's just another added convenience. So it's just another level of convenience.
If you want to go that way or you forget the code, you've always got that safety key.
Right. Or if the battery were to run down.
Now, how do I know if the battery's running down?
You will see the Yale button right up here. That will illuminate red.
Okay.
Okay. And it, you know, the batteries, the 4 AA batteries will last you, if people are coming and going about 10 times a day, at least a year. I have coworkers here that have told me that they just had to change the batteries for the first time in 2 or 3 years. I mean, really, it's an amazing feature.
Because it sips the power, because you're not really doing, I mean, it's literally entering in the code.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think we've covered everything that is not only compelling, but is, I know maybe you didn't wake up this morning thinking, I'm gonna buy a smart lock, but I tell you, it'll be one of the best things that you purchased. If you or your husband, your wife, your partner, always loses the keys, if you are always trying to find the keys, if you're fed up of carrying too many keys, if you want to make it easy and simple for friends or family or a cleaning service or a home help to get into the house without using a key or giving them a key, this is the easiest way to do it. You can give them a code that can expire. You can program up to 25 users. Of course, it's weather resistant. Even the keypad is illuminated, so even the pitch black of nighttime, it will be bright and light and you can see it. The assembly, I think we've covered. I mean, I know from seeing this and doing this before, when I first saw them, I was mesmerized by them. Like, yeah, I'm into this, but I'm not great at DIY projects that take a lot of work. This is a 15, 20-minute thing. One person can do it with one screwdriver. They give you absolutely everything. Yeah. Final words?
Well, you know, I mean, you mentioned weatherproofing too. I mean, it has the rubber stripper on it, so I know in Florida we get the extreme heat and the extreme wet, but you know, in the north right now they're dealing with another kind of temperature extreme, so it's amazing.
I mean, mine's a slight, this is better than the one I've got, but even ours after 2-3 years now is still looking as good as it did on the day one. Thank you.